A color LUT, which stands for lookup table, is a file that you can create yourself or a professional designer can create. And that designer is someone who specifically works on film and stills, and they create a look. So let's say, for example, you are working on a horror film and your footage is all nice and cheery. Well, you would hire a artist who is a color designer to take your production and really give it that look. A good examples to take a look at, for example, are movies like The Matrix, where you have a nice green kind of color over everything, or even the Underworld series, which I really like a lot. These have a very stylized appearance to them. Lookup tables can also be created in things like Adobe's own application called SpeedGrade. So I'm going to talk about that briefly in this section. So the lookup table that I created for this particular example was created in SpeedGrade. And what I'm going to do is apply it by going to the Effect menu. So let me go ahead and click on my comp panel here. I'll go to Effect, Utility, and I'm going to choose the Apply Color LUT. And I created this lookup table for another comp called the Cabin on the Beach with Snow, which is very dark and supposed to look kind of creepy. So I'm going to apply the same kind of darkening LUT to this file. As you can see here, when I exported from the SpeedGrade application, I was given several versions of the same lookup table so that you can work with different applications. So you see here we have the 3DL, .cube, .look, and others. And you can even see down here that we can have Adobe choose from these particular lookup tables. All right, so once again, you want to bring in a 3DL, a cube, a look, or a CSP. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring one of these guys in. I'll grab this one here. See, it's a pretty small file, only 64 kilobytes, and I'll hit open. Now, it's a very subtle change, but it does darken the mood of this image. And I can go to my effects and controls, and I can go ahead and hit this FX to hide it. So just take a look over here. So it's a little brighter, and this one's a little darker. The lookup table that I created really punches up the darkness of the shadows, and it really punches up the contrast as well. So with the lookup table off, this looks a little bit unfocused. This looks a little too overexposed, and now it's nice and dark. Now you can apply this kind of thing to, an entire clip of footage and change the entire scope and the feel and mood of it. So once again, a lookup table is something that you can create in a wide variety of applications. I even believe you can create them in Apple's color application. I haven't tried that yet, but I've heard that you could do that. And also Adobe SpeedGrade. So for those of you guys who have the Creative Cloud, definitely check that installation application that comes with it and download it to play around with it.